Hi, Collective. It's Shana. Archangel Michael, I ask, forgive me, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe, Ashe Collective. Collective will be using Illuminati Oracle deck, True Crime Oracle, okay? True Crime Oracle is just the black box, Collective, and True Crime Oracle cards, and it's just the black box, okay? You've seen it before, Collective. Anubis is hiding back there a little, okay? This will be a Q&A, okay? Before we get started, I want to say, me and my ancestors, we were up most of the night last night, Collective. It was like a round table meeting, okay? We didn't do the meeting that long, okay? But I did some, a little bit of cleaning up, okay? I haven't finished. But this was after I did the video. I was so tired, Collective, but I didn't go to sleep, okay? And it was wonderful, okay? And yeah, I feel sorry for anyone, or I pity the full Collective, anyone who may have been doing moon magic last night, or any type of dark magic directed at you, at me, or my collective, okay? Because it was powerful, okay? The meeting, okay? And the agenda was pretty much all hands on deck, collective, okay? So something is definitely moving in the spirit, okay? Something very powerful. I don't know if you can hear the engine racing back there. Okay, there it is. Okay, and number 2, I learned last night as well. I would like to send my condolences to Minister Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, his family, as well as the Nation of Islam, okay, on the passing of Khadija Muhammad. Okay, Sister Khadija. I didn't realize it. It was something that just, I think a reader or something, I don't know, something showed me, and I said, let me go back and look at this and confirm it. And I said, wow, okay, this is true. And she was 90 years old, okay? So definitely my condolences to the family of Khadija Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and the Nation of Islam, okay? That was a very important part of my development, okay, going through the Nation of Islam. And I did a slight reading, or I was doing a reading, and I asked a question. I said, what was the purpose for me to, have that experience with the Nation of Islam? I wrote the letter for to register or become an official member, but I never did the actual, reciting, okay? I could have, but I just didn't, and there were reasons why I didn't do it at that time, okay? However, I learned so much. There were several years that I went through, just listening to tapes of Minister Farrakhan while I was at work or whatever, right? And I'm a very methodical mind, okay? And I need to do things over and over and over again, or this is just what I'm accustomed to, okay? And this is how I learn, okay, as you can see with the readings. Short-term information is harder for me to retain right off the bat like that sometimes, okay? I have to relate it to something that's important to me. There's a term for that, but I don't know what it is, okay? Yeah, but what was said from the Ancestor Speak deck, okay? And we'll do one of those readings today. And I want to incorporate another deck. But the card, the line from Military Minds, true soldiers on by the block or something, this is how we rock, okay? So it was meant to discipline me, okay? And help to make me more inclined to work on my creative aspects, and just it helped me feel comfortable with who I am, okay? Because I've never been into a lot of Western medicine and certain things, collective, and I've always had that so-called conspiracy mind, okay? So it fed certain aspects in me. It helped me to it reinstilled in me, because my parents always, my mom and my grandmom, they were sewers, okay? So it just made me go and get my sewing machine. Actually, it was my grandmother's. I found it. And I just started sewing, collective. I've never had training, okay? I just got a pattern. And I started off with the most difficult pattern, collective. I had the wrong fabric. But I made a really nice suit, I felt, collective. Very intricate. And yeah. So I knew I could do it, okay? I have a different way of doing things, but there are things I could learn professionally, okay? But I want to thank the nation for helping me to become at a certain level who I am, okay, and stand in my power, okay? Because I feel if I did not have that militaristic experience in my life, I wouldn't be able to stand the way that I'm standing now. So thank you very much, okay? All right, collective, this Q&A right here, I'm going to try to make it shorter, but I don't know what time it'll be, okay? But this one is for Angie Stone. All right, so we'll just ask certain questions, and we'll leave it there, collective, okay? And Angie Stone, I jotted down a couple of notes. She passed on March 1st, 2025, okay? So that was March 1st, 2025, in Montgomery, Alabama, apparently due to a car crash, okay? And they said it was brake failure, but a lot of people, there were different things said, okay? So maybe go and research some of that information, okay? All right, but let's go. We have these questions we're going to ask. I'll do my best to interpret, and we'll see where it goes. This is a side question up here. And we'll just pull one, maybe look at the bottom from this deck, okay? Angie Stone, where is she now? And we're using the true crime. Maybe this will give investigative insight, okay? Let me move these cards over, collective. It's hard to shuffle like that. Where is she now? Is that there, collective? All right. Look at that. That card came up before when I just cut the deck and I asked where is she. This was the one I saw, okay? All right. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Question number 1. What happened to Angie Stone? Top and bottom. I know she began speaking out about her money being stolen, okay? And she got to the point where she was going to fight to get it back. But she knew her life was in danger, I believe, after she started questioning about her money. Okay, and I saw something where they said she had, I think the day before, her and Clive Davis had an issue, okay? And let me say, whenever that name Davis comes out here, I instantly think of John F. Kennedy, right? However, I have to remember we're dealing with quantum entanglement here, right? So that very well could have been talking about this music industry, okay? Because now that I think about it, on June 22nd, I think it was the first video, and I was saying, oh, today is 622. I think it was a energy check-in. And I said that I felt like there would be some sort of surprise, or forgive me, okay? And no disrespect to the family, okay? but I felt like something special was going to happen, a special gift. I think I said something like it from the 6222, okay? I feel like many feel that his passing, okay, many people are happy, okay? I didn't know him personally, okay? Of course, right? But I feel like it is fair, collective, if the things that people have said that he may have been involved in is true, okay? All right, and that day, though, I believe that came up with the Woolly Mammoth Collective, no disrespect. The first card that came out, and they were talking about a passing, the first card that came out, and I don't know if I did that video the same day. It's the Woolly Mammoth one. I mentioned a Woolly Mammoth in it, okay, in the title. But I think it was the aristocrat, or not the aristocrat, some kind of card, a collective. And I said, this person may look like this. And if you look at him, it looks just like him, collective. At that age he was in, it looks very much uncannily like this man, okay? And I said something, I don't know how he passed. I think it was in his sleep maybe. But I said something about the face during passing, okay? I don't know. That there may have been some sort of contortion in the face, okay? And it was something else, collective. Okay, but it looked like him. And that person was passing. I referred to him possibly as the head of the snake or the head of an organization, okay? So I do feel that is relevant, okay? Let's go. Question number 2. How did she supposedly pass? She may be alive, collective, okay? I just saw 11:47 on the clock. That's my father's number. Legal proceedings. Interesting. All right, let's move these down here. And this is for this question, right? Let's keep that there. And you know what? I did make a little thing so I don't forget. Where is she now, collective? See? I'm prepared. All right, let's see. So I don't forget those questions. Forgive me. Question number 3. Where's her stolen royalties now? Where are they? Something about legal proceedings, I feel, because I get legal here. Internal breach. Okay, I feel like this is a good thing. Maybe we should get the bottom. All right. Who is responsible? Collective, forgive me, okay? Who is responsible for her death? Collective. I kept seeing alien and starseed when I was just cutting the deck, asking certain questions of myself, okay? All right. This is my speculation. This is my speculation, collective. All right. Who took her phone and laptop? Collective, hang in with me, okay? There's going to be a lot of attacks during this video, okay? We can get through it. Those who need to get through this and see it will, okay? My Q&As are generally for a select group, okay? It's a selective group who clicks on the Q&As, okay? It's like a special committee within a group, okay? So it's like a special committee within the channel. In collective, I'm still working on your subscriber video, okay? All right. I don't know, who's this? Who took her phone and laptop devices? I missed something in there, collective. I'm getting like blood cells, clumping of the blood, okay? All right, let's take it crossing. Let's get one of these. Maybe we should get this one too. I feel like something's hiding out. All right, mystery question. And we may pull this from all decks for this one, okay? Mystery question. Give us a message from her higher self. Top and bottom. Archangel Michael, please don't let me flip it. You saw it, collective. I didn't, so that's good. Let's get that one too. All right. Message from her higher self, Angie Stone. Just, okay. She couldn't wait to say that one, collective. Message from her higher self, Angie Stone. Speak to us. Thank you for your work and your commitment and dedication. Okay? And I send positive energy to your family, your children. I don't know. I know she has a son and her grandchildren. Okay, she may have a daughter too, I believe. Stay strong. I know they were claiming that, or expressing that they were being attacked after that. Okay? Protect her children. Protect her grandchildren. All right. Message from her higher self. Just one, please. Don't let me flip it, Archangel Michael. You know I'm famous for it. Archangel Michael ain't playing. Alright? Archangel Michael, the angels were at the round table this morning, early in the wee hours, okay? It's definitely all hands on deck. They ain't playing. They said you're going to get what you're owed. Okay? Angie Stone included. Wiretag. It's something about this dag-nabbit wiretag. I feel like it could be like a maze. Collective. This could be a weapon. I don't know. It could indicate something under the floor or under being concealed. Let's see what's at the bottom. We're about to get started. Pool, collective. I feel like all of this goes back to this same coven. Okay? I feel like maybe secret Hollywood, definitely the music industry, they're involved, as well as government ties, collective. And they use commoners. Okay, commoners, collective, to help carry out all this stuff. Okay? All this wickedness. All right, show me the driving force for the reading. Payload, collective, NASA, okay? All throughout the couple questions, or the few questions I asked, I kept seeing alien, collective, or something like that, starseed or something. And I went to shuffle this deck before the reading, right? And I had another card, an Oracle Shadow card in there. Alien, okay? They know who she is, okay? All right? So, but it says payload, an object or entity being carried by aircraft or rocket, fueled vehicle from one location to another. Where was this payload? What was the destination for this place? The destination point for this payload. All right, let go. I think it's in the reverse. We're going to take it how it is. All right, I think I should remember collective. Destination. Bottom of the deck, we have oh fiddlesticks, okay? I think someone's been caught right out the gate. Maybe a tower, I feel. All right, let's put some runes on them. Excuse me. Also, I wanted to say, I got the download to do a crystal cleanse, okay? I haven't done it yet. I've got the crystal in mind I want to use, okay? But I want to clean and charge it first, okay? Maybe for 24 hours, maybe a little longer than that. But they want me to do a crystal cleanse, okay? Because I've often thought, like, okay, at some point, what do you do when you don't have access to eggs, right? And you want to do an egg cleanse, okay? So I'm thinking that a crystal cleanse is going to offer a different type of effect. I'm thinking of doing that after the egg cleanse. I recently did an egg cleanse collective. I hope these people just stupid collective. Every time I do an egg cleanse, because they know how much I don't like doing them, okay? People get schmucked up, okay? And not just one or two. It's a lot. Because it's a lot of goofies in my energy all day long, okay? Confirmation. But I feel like it will bring in a different type of insight and clarity and cleansing, okay? I already use crystals. I love to place them in my belly button, okay? Because this is like one of the quickest, as well as my palm, right? But something about the belly button, I can transfer the energy quickly, okay? Depending on my state, my mindset, how zen I am, okay? Depends on how much, or determines how much data transfer occurs, okay? So it's a two-way transfer. And it's very spiritual, okay? Those who are very sensitive, you'll know what I'm saying, okay? All right, if you've done it. If you haven't, maybe try it. If you're interested. All right, question number 1. What happened to Angie Stone? This is something about this crazy-ass coven collective, this church coven, okay? They want to take over the world, okay? It's in the reverse. I feel like this particular location is either somewhere deep in a desert. You know what it could be? It could be in those different caves. I don't know what it's called over there. I can't remember. The Grand, you know those caves over in the desert here in the U.S. And I'm sure they found many structures and remains and different things there, okay? Egyptian. It could be within there, okay? But I also get like sub-Saharan areas in Africa, okay? Could be different access points, different churches set or built in different locations like batteries or something, okay? 13 in the reverse could indicate that she's still alive as well, okay? What happened to her for the coin collective? We know this is all about the coin. That's all they think about, collective, because they duped it. If they were successful in the number 28 here, okay? So, but if they were successful, collective, I get my crazy sister. My sisters are insane, collective. They're so wicked, okay? This is my speculation. She's so angry. And this was her plan, their plan, right? No earth angel left behind. They wanted to consume them all, okay? And she had an interest, this crazy sister of mine, she had an interest in Angie Stone when I was younger as well. Because she was very talented. And both of them had the same name. That was her nickname, a variation of her legal name, okay? This is my speculation. Something about this pool at this church collective, okay? All right, let's pull a couple more in here. Why is this church here? Why is it in the reverse? We know what the coin is, collective. It's green. Green. And they stupid and green for envy, okay? Because if they could destroy the world and set up the world that they see, money would have no value, collective. There'd be nothing left. Sort of like that movie, Idiocracy, but much worse, okay? I'm also getting that scene in Tupac on California Love, the video, okay? Like, what do you call it? Gladiator type stuff, okay? And savagery and eating people and just no order, just complete chaos, collective. Who needs money? Okay? It is showing us that this is fiat currency. There is no power in this. Well, the gold is not fiat, okay? But you know what I'm saying. Maybe this is what they're doing it for, the gold. Maybe the gold is the stars as well. These star seeds, these alien children, collective people. They're already confirmed that, I can't remember if it's CIA or whomever, or FBI. They're already searching for alien DNA amongst the population. They found it, collective. And sickle cell is very intricate. It's one of the top ones. Church. Water or sink. Something about that goldish color, collective. This looks like that old yellowy soap that they used to have back in the day. Or they still have it. Maybe is that glycerin or something? I think that might be something like glycerin, collective. Maybe they're speaking about something that comes through by way of the body. Maybe this is a part of what they use this for. I'm getting like fat, oils. Candle. Maybe as well as Candle Wax Collective. Dark magic, dark work. And we know the music industry, they're into that strong, okay? And what did they say in 95? The meeting was called. They claimed by Clive Davis, right? I think in New York, where I believe they said hip-hop artists, this is what I believe, okay? Hip-hop artists, I can't remember who else, but I do recall the prison complex. They were there, okay? Industrial complex people. And they talked about how they wanted them to, you know, increase the music. My light just fell down, collective flashlight, okay? So that they talk about violence and disrespect of black women, collective, because they wanted to fill up the prisons. And whomever was at that meeting, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, if you're an artist and you hear something like that and you stay there, okay? I know we're all under mass manipulation, but that it's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable. People must begin to speak up. Artists, you have to speak up. Okay, you're under judgment. I don't know if you know it or not. You're like the stars, or you were placed in those positions as stars, like the Stars Collective that they're stealing in secret. And you will be judged heavily. I say speak up. Make it easier. Okay, I don't know. Maybe just speaking at this time, having the courage to speak about what's going on will save your life, okay? Or secure you a better place in heaven, okay? If you believe it or not, okay? A lot of people say this is heaven where we are, okay? And if that's the case, you might want to speak up, okay? All right. What happened to Angie Stone? 2112 was just on the timer. What happened in this church? Why is the sink significant? What is this stuff here around the sink? And what is it used for? What's going on as it relates to this candle? It could be symbolic of the star's light, okay? And they put it out, collective, after doing some candle work. I feel like there's a tie here. They may have a candle for whomever they're doing this on, right? We know it's Angie Stone here, but in their practices, right? They probably write names on them. That's what I'm seeing, okay? Bottom of the deck. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The candle. Arsonist. The Flame Collective. Okay? All right, let's go. Sonata K448. Frequencies. We're talking about music. I feel like this is speaking of, which I've heard about when I was coming up, right? How they would take people's masters and they would perform magic around them, okay? To bind them, I guess, to these music companies and these record labels, collective. I believe this is what they're saying. Mass rituals. Okay, there's something about frequency. This is supposed to have a healing frequency. It's in the upright, collective. Let's see what this is. Maybe they're using it in a way to send people to their graves, collective. We know it's true, right? All right, we got to get past the step of whether it's happening or not. When I talk to people, show me Sonata K44. When I talk to people, and every now and then I'll ask them, look at that. When I talk to people, every now and then I ask them, or I'll see if they know, like, have you ever heard of targeted individuals, gang stalking? And collective, when people say to me today, no, I've never heard of that. I'm like, okay, I look at them with the spidey eye, collective. My side eye go up, okay? Because if you don't know about this today, it's a problem, okay? Or you're just hiding, you're lying, you're a part of the problem, okay? It may be a few people who really don't know, okay? But many of them, it's all a part of the game, and they're part of the problem, okay? It's just no way in heck in 2026. Grown adult people collective, the majority don't know about this and what's going on, okay? This level of cognitive dissonance is extremely dangerous. Show me, arsonist. This is the magic rituals that they perform collective. All right. All right, let's go. Black, okay? Maybe they're using black candles as well. We know they like to target black artists, okay? Arsonists. The drug maker collective. Pussycat moves. You know we're going to get something on that, okay? Hopefully it ain't who I think, okay? Maybe this, I don't know. Sonata K448. Maybe someone's like tiptoeing around. They want to, maybe someone's like on the catwalk or something, collective. Okay. Sonata K448. Maybe this means something. Maybe this is something, I don't know. Could be someone who listens to this a lot. I'm getting a card too. Could be a sonata. I don't know. Let's go. It says your family paid to have you dropped, but they will instead. Okay? Could be her family, someone in her family, but it could be someone in my family collective or your family, okay? Possibly a sister, okay? My so-called sister collective. All right, let's see. We got that number 28 collective. It could be my sister, okay? This is why I'm speaking about this. This is the 28. This is significant for my sister, okay? And she definitely uses frequencies over food and different things to attack people, okay? That 528 is insignificant for her, okay? All right, let's go. Stereo A satellite, a star seed collective. This very well could be my so-called sister, okay? Who could possibly truly be my aunt instead of my sister. Collective, these people crazy as shit. And she has come out as Catwoman or in a dream collective. This is connecting me back to a dream that I showed where sisters love or something. And she was being rolled around collective on like a mannequin stand. There was only half there. It was only half of a collective. But I didn't see that until the end of the reading. I mean, not the reading. I was going to say the nightmare collective. The dream, right? But they were attacking me with magic, a whole group of them, right? And I had to go back and listen to that to remember everything. But at the end of the dream, I was going down the steps, like maybe into the subconscious, in the basement or something, in the basement collective. And, oh, wow, this is crazy. And I saw where there was only half of her collective. I put it on the thumbnail, a picture of a woman that was only half, like a mannequin, being rolled around on wheels collective. In that last reading yesterday, when I was saying it's someone's sister collective, I feel like someone could fall at their own sword. And at the end of it, that last card with the D word collective, and I looked at that doll on there, on that card. Maybe it'll come out. It was cut in half collective. Okay? I don't know. You have to be very wicked. Someone's going to fall on their own sword collective. All right. Because someone's done so much wickedness to innocent people. The drug maker collective. This comes out for the sister. A drug lab or something. And when I'm dreaming, when I've had several dreams of her drugging me collective or trying to, especially by way of syringe. Okay? Show me the drug maker. This is insane collective. They need to lock this person down quickly. The Walking Dead in the reverse. Let's see. Collective, get the hell out of here. I'm telling you, something very serious is going on. I don't condone, any violence. I don't, okay? I condone self-defense. Someone's falling in their own trap, or they have, okay? Is this upside down? No. Strasbury, PA. Okay, PA is significant, especially that Blairsville collective. Borough in Lancaster County, aka Traintown, USA. Traintown, USA. Show me this. Traintown, USA. Strasburg, PA. GPS navigational system. I think that came out in the video yesterday, last one, okay? Incision. I feel like that's accuracy, where there's some sort of opening, a cut is being made, some sort of access to something. All right, drug maker. The Walking Dead collective, they're not walking anymore, collective. Mortuary. A funeral home where bodies are kept before burial or cremation. I'm getting very heavy judgment due to greed, collective. All right, let's go. What happened to Angie Stone? This is like turning into another person's reading, collective. Wow, okay. Something about a family member, collective. It could be my family member or your family member who paid for this. Okay, maybe they drugged her. And maybe she is past. I don't know, collective. I feel like there's some sort of quantum entanglement going on here as well. Okay? Show me the Walking Dead in the reverse and we're going to move on. Curtis. Bottom of the deck. Your intuition is right on point. Maybe someone's intuiting something. Nightclub. Jimi Hendrix is involved in a lot of this, okay? Because it is the music industry, okay? Jimi Hendrix was a very powerful figure in the music industry, okay? And rock can be, it comes off as like one of the darker forms of music in terms of the types of minds that gravitate to different styles, okay? Yeah, a lot of, yeah, the crossroads, all that collective, okay? All right. I asked where she is now. We'll see here. Let's get that on my deck too. Where is Angie Stone now? Collective, you probably saw one of them. Okay, I didn't. All right. So there's something I feel that goes back to the past. I feel like they're speaking about a plan that's been in action for a while. Okay, in order to drain musician star seeds of their energy. Okay. Not all of them are aware of what the deal that was made, but some of them were in that room, collective. All right, this name is important. Female tarot card reader, okay? And this is intricate. These are some of the people that are paying these tarot readers to come out here and put out false information, okay? And let me say, real quick, I took a nap earlier because I wasn't, I didn't get rest last night. I had a tarot reader come into my dreams, okay? And they wanted me to know, I have hunches about different readers. I listen to a lot of readers every night. I mean, when I listen to them, I do, okay? And I have consumed a lot of tarot collective, okay? I get hunches from certain readers when I listen, okay? But I'm not a hasty moving person. I'm a Taurus, okay? So I move a lot slower. So I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, okay? But yeah, but this particular one, I felt something, okay? As well as there's another thing that I've noticed. I'm not going to speak about it, but when I see readers do this, I know off the back what it is, okay? It's repulsive to me. All right, but they attempted to make me feel like I was stealing something from them. Cookies collective. Okay, so it let me know it's the opposite is true, okay, which I've suspected. And don't get me wrong, a lot of us get downloads on the the same message or the same themes, right? Because we're the collective and we're feeding the collective, okay? But our presentations and the way we do certain things, all of them come out differently. You know, we may say the same thing at some level, but the areas that we focus on are different. Our presentation, how we get the information and how we express it is different, okay? But you can tell some are just, you know, they still in collective, okay? They do, they still in collective. I don't know if they think the money that they get from it is going to save them, okay? They have no idea the suffering that's about to come. Okay, some will learn or some have collective. All right, let's go. The sink, what is this stuff? I'm getting glycerin. Super soldiers. This has been coming out. This is like the third reading, I think this has come out. I feel like they're using this to make super soldiers. Star seeds. Show me. Nectar with collective. There's some sort of elixir they're getting from us, okay? Nectar. Gas station. Oh my goodness, collective. This is the same crew, collective. Gas station. Maybe they're using this as well. This is like a petroleum or something. Maybe it's something with gas. Or this is a key hub where they snatch up star seeds. All right? And they're being allowed to operate in the country. It's insane, okay? They're allowing people, they don't see that many people within government positions, they are destroying the country. And they're watching. While people are cognitively dissident, they're still arguing as to whether it is really occurring, collective. How can you progress to solve the problem if you can't even recognize what the problem is, collective? It's impossible. Show me gas station. What's going on here? Some switch sides on me. Let Ickes ride on me. I thought we was cool. Why you want me to, homie? Many men. Wow. Many men. Wish upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turn cold. Or don't let my heart turn cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men. Okay, so somebody switched up on her. Okay? Let's go. Gas station. 10/29/2025. Somebody came within the vicinity of Angie Stone, a star. Perihelion collective. I wrote this card for the point at which the 3-eye atlas came closest to the sun, their projected date, 10/29/2025. Someone came very close to a star, Angie Stone, in order to snake her. I think that's what they're saying. Show me 10/29/2025. What happened at this gas station? This is speculation, collective. There's something about that, collective, you can't make it up, okay? Church coven. There's the picture of the church on that card right there somewhere, collective. Okay, church coven. All right? Child Ufer. Collective. All right, I know I'm going to get more flack on this one, collective. Church in the reverse. This is still for what happened to a collective. Something happened at that gas station. Show me a leech. This church coven. Energy drainers. Collective, get the hell out of here. I didn't even realize I had 2 of these cards. Maybe there's 2 people named Curtis, okay? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let's go. One last question. What happened at this gas station? Why is it significant? Maybe someone knew about something. She was about to speak about a lot of things. Or maybe her speaking about her money being stolen would have led back to other things, collective. I want you. Something about the government. I want you. Or somebody wanted someone. It may be in a sexual advance. Show me. Submarine covert underwater activity. I'm getting something by the government collective. Show me. What happened at this gas station? Twiner. The same church coven. Okay? I feel like this is a huge syndicate in organized crime. Okay? All right. Give me one more. Show me this Twiner. No. Show me this Twiner. Collective, this better not be that gray-haired man, okay? Fell out there on that Curtis name, that first one. Bottom of the deck we have cemetery collective. We have mortuary. Maybe this could be the name of maybe a funeral owner. Funeral parlor owner. Pills, the drugging, okay? Talked about drugs. Maybe they did this after because they said before, I think they did find something in her system. Because they said, a woman said that after the accident, they saw her alive on the side of the road. And I think she said she came and had communication with her. And then they said they removed the video. Somebody removed the video. And they haven't heard from her since, okay? Also, they said that, and she was the only one that passed in that van, right? They also said that there was evidence where her seatbelt had been tampered with, okay? So it didn't work properly or cut or something collective. And they said there were bruises on her body and something was in her system, I believe, okay? I feel like they could have tortured that sister collective. Forgive me to her family, okay? Collective, I think my sister's a part of this, okay? Twiner. Floorboard collective. Wiretaps. I feel like there's still evidence. I don't know. Whatever remains that they feel they have, I don't feel like that's her. Okay? It could have been a clone or something. Or maybe they didn't even have to do that. That's something, a look-alike or something collective. Okay? We have the number 51 and the number 37. All right, one more. What's under this floorboard? Ordered to something about Granitesville, South Carolina, too. Buchegi Mountains, DNA. It's all about this DNA to keep falling out on this name over here with this church coven collective and this coin. All right, so Buchegi Mountains is where they have those projection halls, okay, in Romania, where they discovered it from the giants, I believe, okay? And they're over there destroying my equipment collective, okay? And they're going to pay for that, okay? But they're using this to create clones, okay? Some very advanced, as well as weaponry and everything else, but it's very advanced technology, and some very low vibrational people have their hands on it, okay? But and that's why Anubis here. In the past, Anubis said he was in the walls collective watching them, okay? Maybe this speaks of this internal breach, okay? And in that video, I can't remember the name, internal breach did come up, okay? So it's definitely been an internal breach. And thank you to whomever you are who's doing the right thing as it relates to all this wickedness, okay? What's under the floorboards? Maybe it's some sort of device, technology. Maybe like I said, some people are able to check out police cards, and the people in the space programs, if they had that clearance, they're able to check out those reverse engineered spacecraft collective and then go fly around the country, around the planet collective, and abduct people, okay? So maybe in this case, someone who had clearance to work there under that mountain, in that mountain, they took some sort of device and they have it under the floorboard. Okay, I know I spoke before about seeing things in the bags of different soldiers coming from Iraq. Excuse me, but this is Buchegi. So I don't know, maybe someone snuck it out. Or maybe they were allowed to take it. Show me. Floorboards. Dakini. Feminine spirit of being and guidance and protection. I'm getting a fierce feminine energy. Maybe it's like the genie in the bottle, okay? All right, let's get something on this. You know we can't leave that there. Show me, let's look at the bottom too. Incision, an opening, collective, something under this floor. Or they were able to breach. Maybe this is the internal breach. They stole some equipment, collective. Show me Dakini. And they can't talk about it because they weren't supposed to have it in the first place. How can they say, hey, we've got some crazies that stole some very high level equipment? It was never supposed to exist. The public was never supposed to know. Debt. Okay, it's always about clearing up their debt because they're poor financial planners, collective. They're greedy, gluttonous, the coin, someone's sister, I feel, okay? I feel like it's my sister, collective. This is my speculation. My sister aunt. Dakini. Missing people, collective. Strong, powerful, feminine energies like Angie Stone. She could be under someone's floorboard, collective. Put the names where they go. All right. Definitely foul play. Okay, definitely organized crime. Let's go. How did she pass, supposedly, legal proceedings? Due to some legal proceedings, like her fighting for her royalties. Show me. Occult, collective. They're under debt. And they're trying to get out of this debt by oofing starseeds because they're bums living off others in secret. Okay? In this case, they love to target black entertainers, black musicians, collective. This cult. We're going to remove you. I'm getting the 322. Show me this person right here. If they're not out here, who is this? As well as others, if you like. Due to legal proceedings. Thank you, Quinard. This name has definitely come out before with this Buchegi Mountains. This person may be in that region, okay? This is definitely possibly a family member. They may be good at tech as well. Bottom of the deck. Pull back the curtains. I think we have. And you see like a curtain or an opening way back there, okay? Show me these legal proceedings as it relates to this debt. Why is this being called as the way she passed away? No. Yeah, show me that too. Assassination, man-made disaster. They wanted it to look like a natural disaster when it was really man-made. And this was a high-level hit, collective. Okay? Bottom of the deck. A lot of people healing, collective. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like these events are being staged. And then they go and take the people somewhere, collective. Or maybe she's in a protected place. I don't know. I don't know. There's something strange they're doing. Maybe they put them out in these Hunger Game type of scenarios. And they batter them up, collective. And then they allow them to go heal somewhere. And they trap them and use them for other things. Until, I don't know, it sounds like a very terrible, torturous process to me. But hopefully she's healing. Maybe after an attempt, collective. Maybe this is why it's in the reverse. And I think I did see something about a plane over here, collective. Okay, and there's a lunatic here. Maybe she's healing. Okay, show me, pull back the curtains. We're about to go on, collective, because this is long. Amut is awaiting their arrival, collective. And we have Anubis here, okay? Something about these names over here, collective. Awaiting their arrival. Maybe this is speaking about get back, collective. Maybe they're going to take somebody's plane down, collective. And it's not a man-made disaster, okay? This is judgment is what I'm getting, okay? Maybe the healing is that they're going to heal the hearts that were broken by what was done to her, okay, in her passing, as well as her healing by these people stealing all her work like that, okay? And taking her out, possibly, collective. They're going to be devoured for what they've done. Maybe this with that card over there, that gas station, maybe this is the one that's going to get the Chupacabra, okay? Maybe they're going to get eaten, collective. All right, bottom of the deck. What's going on behind these curtains? Black. It's black back there, collective. A moot's going to devour people. Show me black and we're going to move on. Maybe she didn't pass. The burning flame. No, the burning bush. The magic flame. Maybe they used the black candle as well. Bottom of the deck. Black. Shelton. Dr. Abigail Tyler. Abduction, collective. That's what I'm getting. Okay? And taken to some discreet location. Maybe now she's healing, collective. I feel like someone needs to... We got to find this location, collective. We have to find these locations, okay? Doctor, maybe she's healing under the care of a doctor. Could be a doctor named like this, collective. This is my speculation. Could be Dr. Shelton. I don't know. Could be in this location. Dr. Abigail Tyler. It could be because with that other reading where I said the man's hand, the Chupacabra, right? I said it looked like ice, collective. Something about that blue tone. Even in the thumbnail, that tunnel looked very blue. Okay, on that picture. Dr. Abigail Tyler, Nome, Alaska, October 2000. Large number of missing persons, high UFO sightings. Fake alien abductions, collective, in order to get star seeds. After they get wrapped up in the process of getting them, collective, acquiring them. And then eventually they let them go heal before they go to the next phase of their dark mission. What is the next phase? What happens after healing? We're going to get it on that other. I feel like these people are graveyard worshipers. Look at this, collective. Child Ufa. This is this crazy person. I feel like they use the eggs. If you can't have children, they use your eggs in order to create things with this technology found in Buchegi Mountains. Healing. What happens afterwards? Oh, fiddlesticks. I feel like this is the secret. There's something about baby farming and cloning as well, okay? Bottom of the deck. These karmics been losing their minds, which lets me know my chariot is here, baby. Okay, it's here. I don't know where this card came from. Let's put it over there. It's hot, collective. We got to close it out, okay? So I don't feel like she's passed, okay? She's somewhere. Maybe we'll find it here. Question number 3. Where are her stolen royalties now? Internal breach. Not all in power serve the machine. Hidden among the halls of control are those who will not bow, who stand for truth, freedom, and the people they swore to protect. Maybe they seized these assets from someone. Maybe they're not talking about this. Okay, maybe this is going on behind the scenes. Where are her stolen royalties? Spreading truth. I feel like it might be in the hands of some good people, collective, something top secret. Okay, but let's see, I don't know. Or it's in the hands of the people who breached this location, which was breached ultimately from the people who should have never had it, right? Who took it from the people who shouldn't have had something in the first place, right? In order to go off on this scheme, right? Could be talking about that, but no. Spreading truth. In a world where disinformation spreads, forgive my talking, y'all, faster than facts, even the truth seeker must move with care. Share only what you've examined, what you trust, and what you are willing to stand behind. Okay? So I feel like it still may be in the hands of these corrupt people. Could be. Okay, but I feel like they're saying that there's someone on the trail in this information. They know where it's at, and they're working to reveal what was done. Okay? All right, just give me what you want here, Archangel Michael, and we're going to move on to the next question. I feel like these are like hidden helpers. And we'll look at the bottom card. Collective is definitely families. Okay, I don't know. This could be anyone's name, though. All right. Jackson. Rename collective. All right, let's go on, collective. I don't know. Your sisters, collective, could have the money. My sisters could have all this money if people's collective. I don't know. It's insane. I've never seen anything like this, collective. You grow up with these people all your life. Okay, and this sister could really be a sister mother. Okay? All right, let's go on, collective, so we can close this out. Who was responsible for her passing? Alleged passing. NASA collective. This is for speculation. Show me, or this is my speculation. Who? Perplexed collective. Maybe they're perplexed at how can they come out here in these cards, or someone who's confused about something. All right, show me NASA. How so? Track and field. Maybe these are targets. Something about running. I'm getting Jesse Owens type stuff, collective. I don't know. And that was a huge issue in the movie Get Out. Jesse Owens. And how that father, one of them, they were obsessed, I felt, with him. Okay? And they went to the extreme. This is like describing something like that, collective. Their obsession with that black man and how he could run. And doing that, collective, taking the brain and suppressing it so that they can put it in a collective. These people crazy. Show me perplexed. What is that? No, this goes with this. No, yeah. Perplexed. All right, we're about to close it. Bottom of the deck, we have marine business. Underwater covert submarine, okay? Someone who operates a marine business is very key. Could be a part of that officer who has access. So it could be many things, many people. NASA, track and field. Maybe they wanted to be the leader, okay, in the space race, collective. Show me. Ancestors in your pockets, collective. Okay, I think that they're saying that they could very well bankrupt this place, collective. Okay, I don't know. Maybe they're going to restructure. They ain't going to say, hey, this is why they're closing down, okay? Maybe they're going to turn it into a different name, collective. Or they're saying the key members that were a part of this cult. I don't know, collective. All right. They in them pockets. That's for sure. Maybe they're in the pockets of a person who was a part of this agency or whatever you call it, collective, who is a part of this cult that operates a marine business. Maybe they're going to destroy their finances. Show me ancestors in your pockets. Yeah, that's what they're talking about, collective. Could be Sky Jumper or Sky Jumper's father or brother or something, collective. Yeah, Sky Jumper. Brutus got a little wee-wee, collective. They're going to destroy their pockets, collective. There's no more money. I believe they have some sort of yacht or they operate a marine business. Maybe they transport people who want to have like small parties or something by way of yacht. Dina. Did Dina send Brutus? Interesting. Now, let me say this. I wrote this card and, yeah, no holds barred here, right? I wrote this card because there's someone I used to work with, right? And I noticed, and they were very intellectual, right? I noticed how we were different complexions, different people, right? But I noticed how much this person looks so much like me. And I kept saying it, right? And I was like, don't you see the resemblance? And she would always laugh, right? I felt like she was a nice person, but I looked at certain situations. I always vet situations, right? So I give people the benefit of the doubt, okay? But I kept saying it, and every now and then she would say, oh, yeah, I see the resemblance. So she laughed because she didn't expect me to pick up on it. But we look very much alike, collective. Okay, so I feel like this is a part of it. People are being outed. I'm not going to put her last name out, okay? But she knows who she is. 24 hours. Something about to go down, collective. 24 hours. All hands on deck. They here, collective. They're going to take down my whole family, collective. Okay? Just about. With the exception of a couple. And me. Okay? As well as maybe there are a few out here that didn't know, okay? But their parents and different things, collective, are bringing karma down on them. Extreme karma. Maybe, I don't know. Ooh, get the hell. Now, I don't think that's the case. I wonder if this person is like their mother or something. Let's see. Show me the role, and we know we're talking about Angie Stone Collective. It's just quantum entanglement, because these are the same people attacking Starseeds Collective. Forgive me. All right, show me, Dina. What is their role here? Why are they here? Outer space. Interesting. On the ground. Taking starseeds, possibly? Or they're from outer space and they're here on the ground too, collective. And what was this question? Who was responsible? Okay. Maybe someone sold someone off to space too. I don't know, collective. Maybe she's related to Angie Stone. I don't know. Outer space in the reverse. Role for her. Crime of passion. Starseeds. A lot of people hate these starseeds, collective, and you would never think this about this person. She's very intellectual, okay? She's very pro-black, apparently, okay? I feel like a lot of these, forgive me, or some of them, these organizations and committees, and they claim to be so pro-black, collective. I was getting at something about that Golden 13 too. Forgive me. I think it's the Golden 13. No, it's not that one. It's a different one I wrote down. Something about the 4. I feel like they're a part of these secret societies, like the Boule Collective. I get strong Boule energy off of this name, okay? As well as this one. And they, in secret, they go and make deals and they sell out their people, collective, for the coin. This is what's going on. So these are key people, collective. Made a deal possibly with NASA. I feel like this is not her family, collective. I feel like this is my family, okay? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of connection. All right, we're about to close it, collective. What's about to happen in 24 hours? Maybe it's about to be revealed, this crime of passion. Mind, body, medicine. I feel like healing, collective. 24 hours. Idiots. Okay, something about idiots possibly being revealed in 24 hours. Idiot, foolish, stupid. Mind, body, medicine. Okay. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, collective. There we go. All right, so collective. Someone's family, possibly my family, collective, was responsible for her to be taken, I feel, okay? I don't feel like they're saying that she's passed on. I feel like she's being held somewhere, collective. Maybe there's some underground facility under someone's home or under this church. Maybe it's there's like a trap door under the floorboards, okay? Who took her phone? Wait a minute, collective. No, this one was... Where is the stolen money? Okay, with my sisters or whoever this person is to me, collective. And NASA collective, possibly. And the ancestors, they're going to get it back. Okay? Something like that. 24 hours. A situation is going to be healed. Okay, possibly whomever this person is, Sky Jumper, or whomever they are, the father of Sky Jumper, something. All right. Who was responsible for her death? Perplexed. Oh no, this is still a part of the same one, collective. These are the people responsible. Perplexed. They're perplexed about possibly how they're being exposed. Ford. Collective. The medical industry is what I'm getting, okay? Them trying to nuke you by way of medicine. And let me say, I believe she said how that month or recently before she passed, how she was poisoned, she felt, okay, or something. Something she had a reaction to, or something she said, and she had to go, it was microbial, okay? So this is it. This is a part of this contamination that they've been placing in people's food, people's drinks, by way of sexual relations, however they can get it, okay? Which was manufactured on a petri dish or something, collective, through this projection, okay? They're creating contaminants by way of biotech. It attacked her blood. She said she had sepsis of the blood. She didn't know it. And I believe she was healed. Or she started recovering. But shortly after that, they got a collective. Let's go. These karmics have been losing their minds, which lets me know my chariot is here, baby. They're going down, collective. We got NASA, people involved in NASA, medicine, collective. We got highly covert, above top secret technology, collective. We have the music industry. We have churches, collective religion. They're all in bed together. Okay? Take the blinders off. Last question. Who took her phone and laptop devices? Now, they said these were like unmarked agents. Like, I felt like they were talking about the FBI. They came in and took her stuff. And I think the police or someone said they've never seen that happen before. Even in high profile cases, okay? Solo dolo. Somebody's unilateral wet dream, collective. Possibly this Brutus or this coven. They sent someone in, collective. Who took it? This coven, this is the father, okay, of Sky Jumper or something, collective, okay? This could be my father, collective. Who knows? Somebody's father. Maybe this father did this to Sky Jumper as a child, okay? Solo dolo, somebody's unilateral wet dream, collective. This could be an officer, could be that crazy officer, okay? Your father, you before you were 5, okay? Solo dolo, I don't know, maybe it's somebody's father, collective, okay? Somebody's father. Who took it? Dark matter, Sky Jumper. So it's got to be Sky Jumper's father or Sky Jumper's a father. Or both. Dark matter. Matter that emits little or no detectable radiation. Who took these devices? Mariner 4 mission. Collective. Dark matter. NASA. Somebody who worked there. I get Sky Jumper with this guy. Or it's his father. But they both are in alignment, collective. Or they were. Let's see. Mariner 4 mission. Successful NASA flyby. Captured first close-up images of Mars. July 15th, 1965. That year, collective, very important. This could be someone's date of birth or something, that year. Birth year. Launch date, 11/28/19, I think it's 64. All right, let's get a couple. Who's this father? This Brutus got a little wee. Female tarot card reader. Collective. Could be my father, collective. Show me. Who's this father? You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Who's this? Who's this father? A venomous snake. Ancestors in their pockets. Okay, they're losing everything. Brutus with the little wee collective. Who's this father? Royce Ford, PA. That's a celebrity who came out before in a reading a long time ago that they were in Royersford, PA. And I think the name has something to do with Christopher or something, collective. Confirmation if you hear that sound. Okay. 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 We about to close it. Show me this truth. Magic bush, burning flame, you will know the truth and it will set you free. Show me 24 hours. Show me. Loco Moco, a crazy bird on the loose. They're running, collective. Or you'll be free, collective, to be wild and free like a crazy bird, collective. 24 hours. Okay, let's go. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. They leveling out the playing field, collective. I feel like they are removing enemies, your enemies and mine, one by one. Okay? Something's about to go there. Okay, let's go. We'll read these at the end. We're almost about to close it. Strasbourg, PA. Why is that significant? And let's get the bottom here real quick. Mind control. We know that that's what it's about, collective. And they're crazy. Crazy people that want to control your mind. Supply chain meltdown. Okay, and I was thinking this came out yesterday, right? For one of those readings when I asked about how the congressional papers. We had New World Order in this card, right? Supply chain meltdown. A global supply chain collapse is underway, but within chaos lies opportunity. This is a time to reestablish local networks, barter and trade. Reconnect with your community and focus on self-sufficiency. Please forgive me with all this struggling with speech, okay? So, I feel like they know that things are going south, collective. And this is like looting and burning, okay? They don't want to tell you that, hey, it's over. They want you to continue on like business as usual while they steal everything behind your back. They're trying to go somewhere, collective, maybe out there until the Milky Way galaxy. But Darth Vader's waiting for him, okay? I don't know, collective. All right, Strasbourg, PA. GPS navigational system failure. They are talking about different scenarios, collective, people will encounter for what they've done. Show me. Why won't he love me, collective? This sister, I told you, sister, they're all over here, collective. She was jealous of everyone, collective. She was jealous of Angie Stone, too. This is crazy. Show me. Wednesday's coming, collective. Something about Wednesday, collective. And Wednesday's coming. I'm getting the ancestors are coming. They're here, but when are they coming for this one? Incision, collective. I'm getting us the truth. They're making an opening. They're preparing. Someone may get something in 24 hours, a return on that investment, collective. That poor investment. All right, we're about to close it. Wednesday's coming. What is today? Today is today Tuesday or Monday? Monday. Okay. Payload. What are they carrying, or what is the destination? Collective. This officer, this insane lunatic officer who's someone's father. Okay. I don't know, either my sister's my mother, and my mother, whom I thought was my mother's my grandmother, right? Or my mom was assaulted. I do recall when I was coming up at a later point, because they didn't tell me much, okay, that she said how it was some officer, I believe, who lived around the corner from us, and he raped her, collective. Forgive me, raped her, okay? Or there was a lot of incest in my family, collective. My grandfather, who could be this King of Pentacles, some of them that come out here, who's passed on, okay? He's a Taurus like me. Okay, it's a lot of earth energy with me and my children, okay? But He is a Taurus, okay? And he used to have, like, I believe top secret people would come to the home, okay? I recall an aunt who would talk about that, okay? I would overhear it every now and then. And he was a part of, like, Western Union, okay? And he invested in stocks and bonds, all kinds of things, collective. I believe he left me everything, okay? And they stole, okay? But this is something about an officer. Okay, this sick officer, collective. Maybe this is why I've been being stalked all my life. Because there's a sick officer who likes fellatio, collective. They're sick, okay? I said, we're the destination, collective. Look at this. Under someone's floorboards, possibly, collective. A lunatic. Fanny. Collective, I get strong Jimi Hendrix vibes. This is my speculation. There's a lot of people involved here that are a part or were a part of his life, and they're greedy. Okay? Collective, this is my speculation as well. This is quantum entanglement here. This also applies to my sister, but this also applies to someone else's sister, collective. Those who can read in between the lines, so be it. Okay? Maybe, not to say that if you can't, that there's a problem. It's not. This part of the message just isn't for you, okay? This is someone's sister who's insane. And they're trying to get a man to love them, okay? And this person is really not a sister, okay? I feel like they're in the family, like, I don't know, de facto, if that's the word, okay? And they got all the money, or a lot of it, of Jimi Hendrix, and they never should have. That's my feeling. Okay, I also feel that this also brings in this Asian effect. Not every Asian, but the people who are part of this coven. This brings that in, okay, because of the connection here, collective. And it's funny, I looked at this person's mother one day on a picture. I don't know, collective, something strange is going on. We have similar characteristics, collective, but she's Asian, okay? And, I don't know, collective, we have very similar characteristics, and she's Asian, okay? This person's mother, as it relates to Jimi Hendrix family, okay? And what was it? One other thing. My daughter, when she was born, she had very Asianistic features. I even had an Asian man come up to me one day, and he touched my daughter on the face, and I'm like, don't touch her, right? But he was like, oh, she looked Chinese, collective. I'm telling you. There's something here. If my sister is not my mother, and my mother's not my mother, there's someone within the family, and I was shipped off somewhere else, okay? Because Jimi Hendrix, there's too many names in his family and in his mother's side of the family as well that match the names of the people in my family. It's just no coincidence. All right. Now, what was this, collective? I think I'm reading these for payload, maybe? Collective, what the hell? Let's just read them. Oh, these are just the read-offs at the end. This sister, something about fellatio. What the hell? Maybe this is her husband. The man that she wants to love her, collective. But he's a hoe. Okay, and this is also quantumly playing out in another aspect of my family, collective. It's something like that going on here. I'm telling you. And I feel like whomever this husband is, they have an attraction to melanated women, but they have no respect for them. And maybe they're angry that they're attracted to melanated women. And this person, I believe, is of a different race. Okay? But maybe they're angry because they're attracted to these women. And there's some sort of psychosis going on in the mind, okay? And then they hurt them, and then they keep them, like, they trap them, collective. And this person's a part of it. They know what's going on. And they're angry that this person won't love them. Very interesting, collective. Someone may look something like this, collective, like that. I'm getting that crazy couple card too. Interesting. All right, let's go. I don't know what's supposed to be here because I don't see it. Oh, this is, what the hell was this one for, collective? Oh, messages from her higher self. All right, let's get these and we'll get the mysteries and close it. Marine business. Earth angels are divine mercy. If you hate them, you hate life. It's all about attacking earth angels. They hate life, collective. They have to receive their reward for this. Okay? Don't worry. Just be glad, rejoice when it's done. Okay? Where is Angie Stone now? The forensic insight. Analyze situations with precision and detail. Use logical reasoning to dissect and understand complex scenarios. Apply a forensic approach to uncover, maybe something about undercover, all relevant facts. Okay? My lights are all going out, collective, okay? All right, so I feel like this has something to do with the investigation. There's someone there lurking behind the scenes. Where is she? With this lunatic, someone who, this could be a tactical weapons person as well, or someone who learned this, military background as well, or NASA background, collective. Either way, I feel like they had military training. Where is she now? The case closed, collective. I feel like they're going to make progress, and we have 3 men here in the suit, or maybe they just came in to close the case to cover up the truth, collective. Bring unresolved issues to a conclusion. Ensure that all necessary actions have been taken and that no loose ends remain. Closure allows for progress and new beginnings. I feel like this speaks of a cover-up. Let's get something real quick with this mind control, okay? Let's get it. Runaway. It's a cover-up, I feel. They've abducted people by way of fake alien spaceship, collective. Show me case closed. They want to run away. They want to get away with it. Aliens, collective. Imprisonment in the reverse. That looks good. Wednesday's coming. It fell out on. Maybe there's some kind of release. They're going to have to release these people that they've abducted, collective. It's terrible. Maybe Angie Stone. Maybe they'll find her on Wednesday. I don't know. Okay, or maybe a lot of these people are going to prison. She's definitely a star seed, collective. All right. Where is she? Railroad Bill, outlaw, Robin Hood. I feel like with an outlaw, collective, this officer or whoever the hell they are, this skyjumper person. Healing hands. Maybe someone's helping her, collective. We had healing, okay? Maybe someone is an outlaw. Collective, I'm getting somebody with this. Okay? Okay. I feel like everything is not as it appears. Where is she? Your thoughts are magical. Someone's healing. I feel like she's healing, collective. All right, we're going to leave that there. Beautiful. I do feel like she's healing. Maybe she's healing with aliens, collective. Maybe they came and got her. Okay? And freed her from this imprisonment in some church underground or who knows where it is, collective. The forensic eye. Maybe this is a part of those 3 people that were standing there. Case closed. Maybe these are like, I don't know, collective. Maybe some aliens sent out the men in black or something like them, collective. We kept having super soldiers come out. Okay, maybe it's something like that. There's some other elite like guerrilla squad or something, collective. All right, let's go. We're about to close it. Messages from her higher self. This wiretap. Show me the wiretap. Why is this important? Thank you, Angie Stone. We love you. We love your music and what you created. Airplane, definitely something about an airplane. Maybe they took it to a location to heal. Maybe she's in Alaska. I don't know. Show me. Pool. Important. Magnifier, something. These are the general ones that come out. Burlap bag. Okay, this is where she was taken. Some strange, creepy church collective. And maybe under the floorboards there's some other underground something collective, and it's something important about this creepy ass pole, okay? Maybe this is a part of the 622 for some of this, okay? They have to work very discreetly and wisely and in secret, totally collective, because they're up against extreme lunatics. And a lot of them. I don't know. All right, we're about to close it. Message from her higher self. I feel like she's saying she's been kidnapped, collective. Space cadet by a space cadet, collective. Message from her higher self. Caregiver. Someone's caring for her. I don't know, collective. This is an important thing too. Maybe this is someone who helped her. I don't know. Maybe it's like aliens, collective. And they took them away from the bad people. Her. Show me. Message from the higher self. New World Order, collective. A single governing body could, in theory, unify humanity. But when those at the top are corrupt, it unifies only their control. I feel like this is what this is. This is why these same people keep coming out over and over again, collective. These are people who are part of this sick New World Order, okay? But I feel like there's some sort of, I don't know if they're saying that she was taken here and this is where she is with one of these people. Could be. Or there's some sort of angelic help or divine assistance, okay? Let me see. Clarify this, aliens. Yeah, collective, she's healing. This is what they want all of them to do. When they're under attack, they want you to do this, okay? Male. Okay, I don't know. Maybe she's with a male. She's healing, I don't know. And as well as with Jimi Hendrix, that's what he said before he passed. He was saying months before how he was in danger. People were following him. Okay? All right. Last one. Messages from her higher self. Head eaters. They dispatching those head eaters, collective. I'm getting 24 hours. As well as Wednesdays. Wednesdays coming. Days coming, collective. 24 hours. Show me. Remain fearless, collective. When you see them head eaters, collective. Because days coming, collective. Okay? But they ain't here for you if you in the right. Okay? They here for these people who keep hurting these starseeds. Alright, collective. Like it if you like it.